discussion. I would begin with a Nida Fazli Sheikh. Nida Fazli is a very popular Urdu poet. He says, रहेगी वादों में कैद कब तक खुशहाली, हर एक बारी कल क्यों, कभी तो आज भी हो. That's where the crux of poverty lies in India. Media is a sort of media has impeccable power of reaching to a large and diversified audience. It informs at various levels. It transforms our lives. But before I dwell upon this important topic, where we are today, media vis-a-vis rural landscape of India, I would just begin my talk, with a very small sort of, TV story which I sort of, I think 4 or 5 years back. This happened in 2019 Parliament elections. It was like, it was aired on NDTV 24/7 on 7th of May. Head of NDTV 24/7, Dr. Pranay Roy, he travels to Uttar Pradesh in a small village, around 35-40 kilometers away from Lucknow. And he was sort of basically traveling to the SC/ST belt of Lucknow area basically. And he was trying to interview a lot of people, what are their problems, what rural India is basically, how rural India look at this election. Is it like another new election for rural India, or India has changed in this part of the world? So what are their ambitions? How do they look at this election? How do they look at the politics? How do they look at the policy makers? So he find out a sort of young couple recently migrated to, not migrated, a young girl come to this particular village, married, newly married, and he started interviewing this young lady. Young lady was somehow feeling shy. Then suddenly there was a small girl beside this young lady. Her name was Sunaina. So this young girl of around 12-13 years old, she started promptly giving answer behalf of this newly married lady. Then suddenly Pranay Roy, he asked his cameraman to turn camera to this young girl of 12-13 year old. And just look at the point of view of the rural India, how it comes before you. Without any manipulation. I'm sure, cameraman has not manipulated this story because it was sort of going impromptu. This Sunaina had, similar ambitions like any other girl, city girl, maybe a sort of a small girl from Hyderabad, Delhi, or maybe Bangalore, Chennai. When she started telling about the problems of, rural India, those were sort of eye-opening statement from the Sunaina. Pranay Roy asked, interview this girl for half an hour without any cut, and the story was aired as such on the media in prime time slot. And what happens on our news channels, we keep on commenting on social media. It's like dog fight, cock fight, you can name it anything actually. But there was no manipulation in this story. And this kind of story, the kind of story Pranay Roy was sort of broadcasting those ways, and the kind of impact this story has, on the urban population as well as the larger audience, those are the stories to tell actually. This young girl Sunaina, she has ambition to become the doctor. She had ambition to become starting her own clinic actually, but she doesn't have money even to go to school actually. Leave the fee aspect of the school. She doesn't have food to eat for 3-time meal. She was wearing simple chappals, broken chappals, going to maybe 3-4 kilometers to her barren lands. Pranay Roy travels in this heat, scorching heat to her sort of fields there. And she is picking up, these big sacks on her head and coming back to her house actually. And she takes deep into the house this camera and look at our kitchen. Nothing is there in the kitchen. Pranay Roy says there is a cylinder there. Well, this cylinder is not sort of filled. This is, there is no gas for so many months. So these stories tell, the real scenario of India. But how many of such stories we see in Indian media actually? So when this story was aired on NDTV, this was aired on 7th of May. Within 2-3 months, there was a hashtag, Twitter hashtag Dr. Sunaina. More than 31 lakh rupees were collected in 3 months for Dr. Sunaina actually. So that was the impact of the, if media really takes interest and tells the real stories of the, rural world. Sunaina was admitted, in a very nice school in Lucknow. And then this money keeps on growing actually. Later, a trust came forward and they started collecting money. Not only Sunaina, her brother also was taken to a boarding school. So I was browsing the images of Sunaina, sitting in a hostel room, beautiful bed, very nice chair and table studying. So her dreams were sort of coming true before her eyes. Whole village, her parents appreciated this move of NDTV. So that is the power of media actually, which we are missing in this part of the world. I was sort of looking at a survey which was done 4 or 5 years back. There was a survey of 3 major English newspapers and 3 major Hindi newspapers. When that survey revealed very sort of alarming situation in India actually. So if you look at the major Hindi and English newspaper, less than 2% of the coverage is given to the rural stories, which is very alarming actually. Same is the case with the television also. So this is the business model we have created in India actually. We don't have full-fledged science technology correspondent, we don't have agriculture correspondent, we don't have health correspondent in press or in news, in television media. So where are we taking this media to? Is it to serve the people of country, or is it to serve only few people? This corporate model is not going to work actually. So this situation is very. Another example I would like to give. When I was a student in college days, we used to listen to All India Radio actually. So All India Radio on every Sunday they used to sort of bring Prayojit Karyakrams. So those were sort of paid Karyakrams where films, newly released films used to be promoted. So those days there was a film, I believe the name of the film was Tejaswani. So the protagonist of this film was a female police officer. So the tagline of this 15 minutes radio program was such, this anchor used to say, this is the film, after watching this film, these many girls from villages have joined police forces. So this is the impact of the cinema also. Many times we confuse digital media with just news media only, with only press. Because media is an umbrella term basically. So media covers each and everything, right from your newspaper, magazines, television, radio, cinema, folk media, now social media also. But are we giving sort of are we returning back in the same manner whatever we are earning, whatever this corporate world of the media is earning from the society? Answer is big no. There is hardly anything is being 66%. Madam Akansha was telling 65-66% of the Indian population lives in villages basically, and 75% of the poor they live in villages. There are so many stories to be told. Why these stories are not coming forward? Look at the cinema scenario also. I would specifically talk about the Hindi cinema. Last 20 years, if you make an analysis of the Hindi cinema, just see the rural landscape in Hindi cinema. It's almost negligible. There was a parallel cinema movement which was deeply rooted in basically rural India those days. But that particular those resources now we are missing totally. Once in a while it is looking like quickly live, but the Swadeshis cannot be termed as a purely sort of dealing with the rural India issue. But yeah, somehow it touched a core of the rural India. But many things like Dangal or maybe Dabang, they are sort of created to sort of appease urban eyeballs basically. It's like urban centric. We should not say this is a rural centric cinema. This is urban centric cinema. So what can be done? Can we generate a corporation? Can corporate come forward and generate a sort of 2,000, 3,000 crore fund where we have independent media? That looks like a dream in this country actually. Very difficult. Can we have a social corporate responsibility for the cinema as well? We do have a corporate social responsibility in India.